Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. Coming at you from Sedona. You see the red rocks in the background. See Oak Creek right down there below me. Very beautiful here. Very serene. Birds are chirping. I can hear the water sound in the background. So, what's going on with the world right now? So we know that every time we get a spike, or at least we're going to talk about this, every time we get a spike in oil prices, which we're about to go through, on the other side of that spike, because it's a huge economic burden on the world, there's a massive slide into the abyss, so economic downturn. So these things are manufactured, as I'm going to point out. And it just seems to happen every time the Democrats get into office that these things happen. Because we know that they do these economic hat tricks to destroy economies so that they make people dependent. So they love to make people dependent and suffering so that they can have them come and continue to feed the trough, like cattle, right? So we want to be aware of this and how can we help ourselves. So very interestingly, here in Sedona, during the last downturn, 2008, 2009, 10-ish, I was working for the CIA, and I would come back here on every one of my trips. But for the previous 30 years, I was buying silver and gold, and I didn't know why. But I just knew that I had to buy it. That intuitive thing that comes through sometimes for us and helps us out. So during that time frame, everything started to shut down. Even my trips overseas started getting shut down. That was a heavy burden for all of us during that time frame. You would think that security would be the last thing to go, but it was actually going to. As we're saying now, so they're downsizing police forces and the military is taking a hit and so forth. So these are the things that happen normally during Democratic administrations, or not Democratic, but Democrat, right? Be clear on that. Not that the Republicans are great guys either. I think the Bush family is extremely corrupt. And they helped set the stage for that 2008, 2009, and into Obama's term. So Obama kept saying, it's Bush's fault, it's Bush's fault, it's Bush's fault. Well, kind of it was. Because Bush set it up to be a failure. And he would not necessarily get the blame, but the Democrats love to use that misery and keep that misery going. So I'm gonna walk you guys through how that works, going all the way back to Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter started this mess. There was an oil crisis back during Jimmy Carter's administration. Probably one of the reasons why he's one of the lowest ranked presidents in history. Of course, we have someone else that's definitely going to beat him, right? Definitely going to beat him. So what does that look like? Because we know that these guys telegraph what they're going to do to us, right? So we have that New York Times picture where we see this odd thing, where there's a picture of the Bidens with the Carters. Now they say it was the photo angle. I mean, look at that. That's basically Photoshop. And they did this on purpose. So they can show you that the Bidens were going to dwarf the Carters in badness. And they would take over the reins of having the worst administration, the worst presidency in the history of the U.S. So that's what we're seeing right now. So they telegraph this stuff. It's all planned out. The destruction of America is all planned out, right? So in your face, there it is. Funny, right? Not so funny, right? Let's look back. He's never done anything in his life, right? His whole life. How did he become a puppet master? Because somebody's puppeting him and got him into that position. So we won't go there because we want this video to live here on YouTube for a little while at least. because at some point they all go away for me, as you guys know, being on the 8th channel. But I continue. All they do is reveal truth. All they do is reveal truth. They can't have that right now, right? They need to suppress this. So who knows? Maybe this gets suppressed. I don't know. But of course, it will be on Rumble, Michael J 5326, right? 5326 is the seal number, enlisted qualification number. And of course, Michael J. Michael as in Michael Jaco. As you see here on my new YouTube, new 8th channel YouTube. So it's a fun little process. I love revealing information. I love to give people insights, right? So this is the insight for today. Very, very beneficial and very important to navigate the coming challenges that we're going to be faced with. So I believe that intuition is going to be basically the Renaissance period. Remember Renaissance period? So now it's going to be the Renaissance of the intuition, of consciousness. So that's what's coming. That's what we all need to start focusing on. And as we move into these levels of consciousness, it's much more beautiful than what we're going through right now. So at some point, we create an environment where the negativity can't exist. It's like garlic for vampires, right? Of course, we won't smell like garlic, we'll be smelling like roses, but but at the other end of this, the vampires that basically suck our blood in a lot of different ways, as we know, no longer have that ability, and that's very important. So we need to stay in these higher levels of consciousness that allows you to, like in the background, see that beautiful Oak Creek. There you go. Just moseying on by. It's all gentle, all sweet energy. And up top there, you have that hard masculine. So get the balance right there, the masculine and the feminine. So we're going to balance ourselves and move into these higher states of consciousness. All right, guys. Lots of love out there. Stay in the love vibration.